I think we are going to see more moments like that. Of course, there are reasons always to believe that there will be a breakthrough, but for me it wasn't a surprise. We knew that there was not enough progress. We know that Theresa May's party is very much divided between Leavers and Remainers, and then you have the Democratic Unionists that they want a particular deal for, they want no border. And also they want Northern Ireland to remain in the same situation like the rest of Great Britain. So we knew that it would be very difficult to be a breakthrough, and I'm afraid that we will see more moments like that in the future as these negotiations go on, where everybody will be talking about a breakthrough, but until the last moment they will be postponed all the time.
I mean, speaking in Brussels today, Theresa May came out and said she's not against this idea of extending the UK's transition period. But again, it's woolly. She's spoken about a few months. We know that these trade deals can take years sometimes. I mean, is a few months a little optimistic?
Of course it is optimistic. We know that there were negotiations for 2 years and there is no actual progress. And I think what she's presenting it like that, but we know that we will need much more time in order to have a deal. Now, we know that for Theresa May's government, all the story around Brexit, it has been a nightmare. They have done nothing. They cannot progress with a deal and so on. So I think that it is very difficult for them, and it is very difficult for them, even if they come up with a certain deal, for this deal to be accepted back home here in Britain. So I think even if there was a deal, it will be very difficult to pass from the British Parliament.
I mean, Dr. Prentoulis, imagine that this extension, a post-Brexit extension, is agreed on. What kind of impact is that likely to have? Because surely it's going to be pretty pricey.
Yes, and also you have to think what impact it will have on British politics as well, because a lot of people will not want that. But this is the reality of the situation. The problem for Britain, Brexit, is a huge, huge problem, and we have to understand that society is very much divided. So what I was saying before is that even if there was Brexit, even a deal, and even if there was time, it is very difficult for this to pass through Parliament. As you know very well, there are the 6 points that Keir Starmer, the shadow Brexit minister, has put forward, which they say that effectively no deal will pass, or Labour will not vote for any deal that it does not have benefits similar to what Britain has now. And that means that any Brexit will be, of course, put down by Labour. Now, another problem there, however, and that's what my fear is, that even if Theresa May manages to have a bad deal, she will come at the last minute in Parliament and she will try to blackmail Labour MPs in order to pass this deal. Effectively, she will say, look, either this deal and you will vote for it, or no deal. And what I believe is that Labour should not accept that, should vote down any deal that it is not for the benefit of the British people.